Hey guys, it's Jill Havens, and I'm here to talk about the fourth experiment in the E squared book that I've been doing experiments on. And I just locked up my iPad. There we go. It's by Pam Grout, and it's E squared 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments. I've been doing a video on every one that I've done, and this is number 4. 1 through 3 have been successful, and so is this one. But let me tell you a little bit about it from the book. It says, in this experiment, using nothing but the power of your thoughts, you will magnetize something into your life. You will set an intention to draw a particular event or thing into your life. Be specific down to the exact make and model. And for this, you only have 48 hours. You have to be really specific about what you want. And the theory behind it is whatever you focus on expands. And the question is, can I pull things out of thin air simply by thinking about them? By making the following intention and focusing on its outcome, I can draw it into my life. So basically, yeah, you just now with that you don't want to do something that's you don't want to ask for $1 million in the next 48 hours. You got to make it something that's doable, something that you can believe is actually going to happen. I know someone who did this experiment, and she picked a lofty goal, and it didn't work out. So she tried it a second time, and the second time it did work out. So let me tell you about mine. I was going through a period where money was a little bit tight about a month ago. Was it a month ago? Less than a month ago. And we had the county fair going on, and all I wanted, something easy, an extra $120 that I could give to my kids so they could go to the fair and buy food and rides and games and all that stuff. I had the money, but I just wanted an extra $120. So that was my intention. I thought that's easy enough. I didn't care where it came from. I just wanted it. So I set that intention. And by Saturday, the 48 hours was up, and I didn't have it. I thought, that's great. I must not have believed that it could happen. So I think it was the next Monday I started another experiment in the next 48 hours. It did not work, and I believed in that more. It didn't work. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Oh no, actually, before the 48 hours was up, I was able to view my paycheck online before I actually received it on Friday, which the pay period had ended on the Saturday that my first experiment ended. Okay, so set that up a little bit. And if you've been following my experiments, you'll know from my experiment number 1 that I was having some issues with work, and I missed a lot of work, but I got paid well for it. Well, this coming paycheck was what I got paid for all that hassle that I had. And my paycheck was actually over $200 more than normal. And that there was my extra money. I mean, it paid for more than the fair. It paid for Crystal's homecoming dress, and it paid for a couple small little things for me. It wasn't physically in my hands by the end of my projected experiment date, but it was there. I mean, it was a done deal because that was the end of the pay period. So it was there, and I just didn't realize it, which is just another thing that this book talks about is things being there, even if you can't see them, they're there. And that was definitely a lesson. It was there, and I didn't know it. And let me tell you, when I found out what happened, that the first experiment actually did work, and I had money to play around with, made me so happy. And I've got a tick in my throat. I'm sorry. It made me so happy, and I got a few tears. I got some chills. That was a really, really cool thing. So the experiment did work. And the other day, one of the experiments calls for green bean seeds, and it's October. The stores aren't selling those anymore, and I thought, well, I went into Walmart and looked around. Of course, they didn't have any. Kroger's didn't have any. So I just set the intention. I said, I know I'm going to find them. Whether I find them laying on the ground, somehow, somewhere, they're going to be there. And my mom's husband actually went to the greenhouse and asked for some. And as simple as that, now I have them. I'm holding them. There's my green bean seeds for my next experiment. So stuff works. You just have to believe it. And the more you believe it, the higher and higher you can set your intention. Maybe next time I'll ask for $200. What I'm saying is just each time you prove to yourself that it can work, set your intentions a little higher next time. So I have already done experiment number 5, so I'm going to be doing the video on that probably tomorrow, maybe the next day, and I need to get started on my experiment number 6. So follow my channel. You can see my results, or you can find me on Facebook. I post my videos there too, and we also do hangouts. There's 4 of us doing this book at once, and we're talking about our results. I'll post that link. You can check out everybody else's results too. And again, it's E Squared by Pam Grout. I highly recommend it. While I'm catching up to my next experiment, I started over again. I've already read that chapter, and I was waiting for the beans, and I started reading the book all over again. And puts me in a much better frame of mind when I'm not in a good frame of mind. So great book. Pick it up. Follow me, and we'll talk soon.